By your art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this roar. Calm them. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel, who no doubt had some noble creature in her, dashed all to pieces. Oh, their cry did knock against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished.
Be calmed. Tell your aching heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day.
No harm. I have done nothing, but did these things for you, my dear one, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of where I am from. 'Tis time I should inform thee farther. Wipe your eyes. Have comfort. I have safely ordered that there is no soul, not so much as a hair harmed, of any creature from the vessel, which thou heard cry, which thou saw sink.
Not a soul harmed?
Not a one. Now sit down, for you must know more. Be attentive. Can you remember a time before we came to this island?
Certainly, sir. 'Twas long ago, and rather dreamlike.
12 years since, Miranda, 12 years since. I was the Duke of Milan, and a prince of power.
Oh, the heavens! What foul play happened that we came here?
My brother and your uncle, he whom I loved, I had him set as the manager of my estate, and the prime duke, being so well known for the liberal arts, occupied myself with studies and books. Eventually my brother's ambition grew. He did believe he was indeed the duke. Are you listening?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
He exiled us from the country. They hurried us aboard a ship and took us far to sea, where they prepared a little fishing boat, with not a rig, nor tackle, nor masts.
Oh my, I must have been such a burden to you.
Oh, a cherub, you were what got me through it.
How did we get here?
By providence divine. We had some food and water that a noble Gonzalo, out of his charity, gave to us, with other necessities, with sense kept us, and of his gentleness, to knowing of my love for books, he furnished me with my own library, and the books that I prized above my dukedom.
I'm still wondering, what's your reason for rising this sea storm?
By a very strange coincidence, my enemies have brought to this shore. No more questions now. You are tired, and I'm not giving you a choice. Approach, my Ariel. Come.
All hail, great master. Grave sir, hail.
Have you, spirit, performed the Tempest and other things that I told you to?
To the very letter.
My brave spirit, but are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. In groups I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's son has landed by himself.
Ariel, you did exactly as I asked, but there's more work.
Is there more toil? Since you seem to have forgotten, let me remember you what you have promised but not yet performed.
What is it that you demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out? No more.
I prithee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told no lies, made no mistakings, served without grudge or grumbling. You did promise to release me in a full year.
Do you forget what a torment I did free you?
No.
You do. You have forgotten the foul-wicked cigarettes.
No, sir.
She did confine you into a cloven pine and imprisoned you. Did painfully remain a dozen years. You best know what torment I did find you in. Your groans did make wolves howl. Then I arrived, heard you, and let you out.
I thank you, master.
If you complain any more, I will open an oak and stick you in his naughty core till you have howled away 12 winters.
Forgive me, master. I will be yours to command and do my spiriting gently.
Do so, and after 2 days, I will release you.
My noble master, what shall I do?
Go make yourself like to a nymph of the sea. Go, hence with diligence. To think that even here I am questioned by my Ariel, my most loyal servant. It brings me back to Milan. I was questioned there too. They looked at my studies and reading and laughed. They didn't understand how I could take what I learned from my books and use it to surpass them. I said I'd gained power, and they laughed. They disposed of me, but now I use that power to crash their ship. I'll show them all my revenge. Awake, dear heart, awake, you have slept well, awake.
Your strange story made me so sleepy.
Shake it off. Come on, we'll visit my slave.
'Tis a villain, sir, I do not love to look upon.
But as is, we cannot neglect him, he serves us well. Ariel, our plans are working.
The King of Naples, the Duke, your brother, and the fools amongst the island are following your silent lead perfectly.
Indeed, the stranded Prince and Miranda, my daughter, are in love. I pretended to be uneasy about their union, lest too late winning the prize liked. My visitation shows it, a fine encounter of two very much in love. Heavens bless the affections that grow between them.
Master, the king's party draws near, and your slave is plotting your downfall with the castaways of the ship.
We will see to this, my Ariel. First, we must hasten a union between my daughter Miranda and the prince. I can't be as happy as they are at this moment, but nothing could make me any happier. Now it's time to get back to my books. There is much to be done, and I must use you in such a task. Do not approach me till you hear me call.
This prince is the third man that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I felt for. I asked him if he loved me. Without hesitation he responded, O heaven, O earth, bear witness to this sound. Beyond all limit of what else is in the world, do love, prize, and honor you. Live as his wife, or die as his maid, and live I shall. But this is strange. My father is in some passion that works him strongly. Never till this day have I seen him become so angry and distempered. Those castaways, fools, are dealt with now. The king's men and the fools who plot against you, I have made them think they are crazy.
Bravely you have performed, my Ariel. My high charms work, and these, mine enemies, are all tied up in their distractions. They now are in my power, and in these fits I leave them, while I visit the young prince and my beloved daughter.
What would my potent master wish?
You and those castaways have last meddled with. Where did you leave them?
At last I left them in the cesspool beyond your cell.
This was well done, my bird. Let them be hunted soundly. At this hour lies at my mercy all my enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end, and you shall have freedom for a little while longer follow and do me service.
Those castaways, fools, are dealt with now. The king's men and the fools who plot against you, I have made them think they are crazy.
Bravely you have performed, my Ariel. My high charms work, and these, mine enemies, are all tied up in their distractions. They now are in my power, and in these fits I leave them, while I visit the young prince and my beloved daughter.
What would my potent master wish?
You and those castaways have last meddled with. Where did you leave them?
At last I left them in the cesspool beyond your cell.
This was well done, my bird. Let them be hunted soundly. At this hour lies at my mercy all my enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end, and you shall have freedom for a little while longer follow and do me service. I have given the prince a third of mine own, of that for which I live. All my vexations were but my trials of my love, and he hath strangely stood the test. O Miranda, do not smile at me, that I boast of you, for he will find you outstrip all praise.
Master, master, master!
If you be pleased, retire to my cell, and there relax, a turn or two I'll walk, to still my beating mind.
I wish you peace.
Now does my project gather to a lead. Ariel, come. How's the day?
Good, master. It draws near to the 6th hour, at which time, my lord, you said our work would be done.
I did say so when first I raised the Tempest. Say, my spirit, how fares the followers?
Confined together in the same fashion as you told me. Just as you left them, all prisoners, sir, your charm from your books worked so strongly on them that if you would now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, if I were human.
And mine shall. Go, release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
I have dimmed the noontide sun, called forth the buffeting winds, and twist the green sea and the blue vault, set soaring the waters, the strong base cliffs I made shake, and by the roots plucked up the pine and cedar. I have opened graves and awoken the dead, by so my potent magic that I have gained through my books. But this magic I here leave, and when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine spell upon their senses that the airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it follows below the earth, and deeper than sound I'll drown my book. O good Gonzalo, my true preserver and loyal sir, to him you follow. And my brother, that entertained ambition, expelled remorse in nature, I do forgive you, unnatural as you are. Their understanding begins to swell, and soon they will completely comprehend and recognize me. And my Ariel, I will make myself present as I was sometimes in Milan. Quickly, spirit. You shall be free before long. Ariel, I shall miss thee.
Are you pleased with me?
Bravely, my diligence. You shall be free. Now my charms are all overthrown, and what strength I have mine own, which is most faint. Now 'tis true, I can be here confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not stay here, since I have my dukedom again, and pardon the deceiver, release me from here, this bare island, by your spell, and release me from my bonds with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours fill my sails, or else my project fails, which was to please you. Now I have no spirits to enforce, nor art to enchant, and my ending will be despair, unless I be relieved by prayer which pierces so, that it releases mercy itself, and frees all faults, as you from crimes would pardon be. Let your indulgences set me free.